My name's Omari Murphy. I'm originally born and bred from Atlanta, Georgia, and I'm currently now living here in Boca, Chica, La República Dominicana, the Dominican Republic. I'm technically kind of still between the two because I still live in Atlanta also, but I'm here pretty much full time. For me personally, my journey is a little bit different than most people and most people that end up becoming expats here in the Dominican Republic. Family was the reason why I'm coming, why I decided to make the leap here. I had a daughter that was coming, that was on the way to be born. And so I literally had to make things happen. I've been coming to the Dominican Republic since around 2000 or so. So I'd always had in my mind that one day I was going to retire here, kind of that mindset. And, I was just coming, I fell in love with the people, fell in love with the culture, got introduced to a great family who's now my extended family, my Dominican family here. And, over time and over the years, just developed a bond. So like I said, my journey's a little bit different than most people. I didn't have the time to pre-plot it or, to plan it out or save up and things like that. So I just came and made a big leap into it. And I'm blessed that I did, to be honest, because it was the greatest thing that could have happened to me. I always give a lot of people when they ask me, and they always tell me, how did I do it? Or, some of the advice I would give of someone planning to make, the jump to being an expat. Number one, go slow if you can. Try to go slow, all right? And even in my situation where it was a rush, I kind of slowed down a lot of these things, and I'll explain in a minute. So go slow. And number two is don't put all your eggs in one basket at first until you understand everything, because it's a learning curve. And many times people come to, especially a place like the Dominican Republic, and you can fall in love with the weather, the culture, the people, the beaches, and all of that great things. And you don't really understand everything. And if you just jump in and think it's the exact same way that what you understood maybe from your home country, you could get taken advantage of. And we've seen it with a lot of expats here in the Dominican Republic. We generally say if you can make it to 3 years, between 3 and 4 years, if this life is for you, because it's a learning curve. You come and things are going to be different. The language will be different. If you're not a Spanish speaker, that's going to be a learning curve that you have to, get into and you want to know. The laws are different. Living situations, contracts, like, rental contracts, those type of things are totally different. Going slow gives you that time to learn things, learn the language, learn the laws, learn the culture, learn how, people interact with one another, outside of being a tourist, because at first when you come, you technically have the word here, gringo. You're going to be a gringo. You're a foreigner. They're going to look at you as a dollar sign, as a target. And if you're just going with everything that people say, because it sounds good at first, you could just be, giving money up for nothing a lot of times in this country. I started with a $40 apartment here in Boca Chica, literally in the middle of the barrio, local living, and I mean, no hot water, no AC, one bedroom. It was a crap hole. I mean, the wiring was messed up in the place and everything. And I'm not necessarily suggesting this path for everybody, but for me, this path worked out great. Because what I did was, I knew that I was going to go slow, and I wanted to just progress, especially with the family. It's easier to progress than to jump in over our heads, and now we got to backtrack or whatever. So that was an easy way to get in, my foot wet. And what it did also, it let the locals get to know me. Because number one, a lot of times when we as Americans come, they have stereotypes on us. Because you have to think, a lot of them don't really know real Americans, like real deal, everyday, working, on the job in the US Americans. They see us on vacation. So they see us over here with our extra money, living a big lifestyle, or, as expats, generally the first ones that come, they're making I call them the condo expats. They go into the gated communities, into the high rises and that kind of thing. And that's the way they generally get to see us. And so when I came and I'm living in the middle of this neighborhood, number one, they thought I was crazy. They're like, who's this crazy guy out here? But it gave me a chance to show them that I'm no different than them. Because, like I say, the wiring in that place was messed up. So I kept calling the landlord, one of those learning curve things you learn here. I'm calling the landlord like, hey, can you come fix the wiring in your apartment that I'm renting from you? Like in the US, right? It's the landlord's responsibility. Not here, I'm paying $40 a month. Yeah, he's like, yeah, I'm coming, I'll be there tomorrow. 2 months later, I'm still calling, he's never showing up. So, I said, I'm about to fix the wiring in your apartment for you, and I'm about to take out my materials and everything from the next month's rent, since we're gonna go about it like this. I have a kid coming, I'm not gonna bring my kid up into, a death trap. Literally, that's what it was. So, 5 minutes, he was at my door. Hey, what are you doing? No, stop. I'm already splicing wires. And so literally 2 days later, I called him back. I was like, hey, come check it out. He comes over and he looks at it. He's checking it out. He's like, you did this, you, da. And he's looking all amazed. And then he looks at me and he says, wow, you are a real man. And I got insulted because, I'm from the States. I'm like, what do you mean? I'm a boy? You try to call me a boy. But he explained to me, he's like, no. What we mean is the same way I just said. A lot of times when Americans come, you guys have people you pay to do things for you. You have supers, you stay in the condos. That's basically the image that they see of us. So they don't really understand that we know how to do technical things or that we live everyday, normal day-to-day lives just like anybody else. And literally, that man, after he saw that, he went downstairs and he went into the middle of the street and said, oye, ese gringo allá arriba, él no es gringo, él es hombre. Right?
Wow.
So, yeah, he went down to the street and basically announced to everybody, like, he ain't no gringo, he is a real man. And from that day forward, a lot of things changed. I wanted to start my kids' life here because it's still like the old school South. I'm from the South, but this is still like the old school South, where literally everybody knows my kids. So if my kids are outside and they're messing up, that person's going, hey, they're gonna get on them. Oh, no, I'm finna tell your dad, and then they come tell me. And vice versa, I see their kids acting up. Hey, you better go take your butt home. I'm finna go tell your dad, and I go tell their dad. It's a community in that sense. And I mean, I just don't get that back home anymore. We've gotten so big, our lives have gotten so busy, and our focus is so everywhere else.
Everybody lives all over now.
Exactly.
Now, if you don't mind, talk a little bit about the business you've established here.
Okay. Yes, I have a tour company that we do here. It's called Barrio Tours de Boca Chica, and we're located here in Boca Chica. We mainly service the whole island, for the most part. But we mainly service here, it's Boca Chica and Santo Domingo areas, and San Pedro areas, La Romana. But we provide tours for historical tours, ecological tours, whatever type, lifestyle tours, cultural tours, cuisine tours. We also provide transportation. We provide catering services, literally your 5-star concierge for this area. Anything you need, we provide. And also advice, consultation for any expats or potential expats, people who are thinking about it. We also provide consultations and all kind of different services and tours that are guided toward that. So like real estate tours, all kind of things, man. Literally everything's customized. So
outstanding.
Just ask and we can work something.
Everything.
Yeah, literally. Mm-hmm.
So that'd be great.